In this video, we are going to take a look at two full-sized Advantedge light bars, both of which were ordered with a center option and one other upgrade. The first bar we're going to look at has 6 rotators, which is the upgrade, and the center option is sweeping pierce alert oscillating lights. The rotators are switchable in 2 groups. The outer red rotators are on 1 wire and are behind red all around. And then the other wire gives you the center more group of rotators, which is a total of 4 more rotators, which are behind white or clear lenses and red lenses and amber and red lenses in the rear. You can also just switch them all together. Also notice the rotator directions have been set up very specifically. The outers rotate in and then it alternates. The pierce alert sweeping lights was a factory option. It doesn't protrude from the front of the bar like it does on a pierce alert on an edge though. Altogether, this bar puts off a pretty decent amount of light. It also has the glued candy cane lens sections, which some people prefer. I'm not a huge fan of them. They usually tend to crack. These have cracked a little. You can't really see it in the video. But all in all, you have a total of 8 forward flashes and 6 rearward flashes, all of them being halogen, all of them being motion-based warning. There's no strobe and there's no stationary flashers in this bar at all. I do like the pierce alert option. I like it better in the edge, even though you get a smaller oscillator. You get a protrusion out the front of the bar, whereas this is just recessed into the bar. I don't think the glued lens sections line up properly, at least from my standpoint. I think the way the rotators group in these bars, it's really hard to get each rotator behind a specific color. And in this case, you're supposed to have a rotator behind red, white, red, or red, amber, red. I don't think that really comes through. I also think the rotators should be grouped with the 4 red rotators on 1 wire and then the white rotators on the other wire. That might be a change I make later. To the front of the bar, it is a good light show. There's quite a bit of pop. There's quite a bit of attention getting sort of snap to the bar. Overall, I like it. I really have always wanted a pierce alert upgrade to one of these bars. It's basically an Advantedge OSC type time frame option. Overall, good bar, an upgrade, and a center option. The next bar was done a little bit differently. 4 rotators with diamond mirrors, and we went with a center piercer set of strobes, and then our upgrade was exterior lower level front facing strobes. This bar, the rotators all switch on 1 wire. It's on or off, and they do rotate in opposite directions, so there was a choice made there as well. The lower strobes are on an internal Comet Flash power supply. They're a little difficult to see in the video. They are quad flash. They're pretty effective. In slow motion here, they can be seen a little bit better. Sometimes I shoot this in a little bit even slower motion, but I think that just makes the clip take a really long time. You kind of get the idea. The center option was the Piercer 2, which once again, you don't get the protruding housing like you do on the edge, but I think with the strobe, it's less important than with the sweeps. Even though that housing was designed for the Piercer 2 strobe and then adapted to the Pierce Alert on the edge, I think it serves the Pierce Alert better. Regardless, I think the strobes on this bar really give it a little something extra. And when run together, the different patterns kind of contrast each other. The quad flash on the lower external strobes versus the rapid single flash on the center piercer is actually pretty attention getting. They're far enough away from one another that they don't kind of rub together or run into one another. When everything is run together, the setup is very attention getting. The fact that these rotators rotate against one another is very nice, but also I think diamond mirrors end up being just as good as the fifth and sixth rotator. I don't think adding another pair of rotators to most halogen light bars is worth the amp draw versus just a good set of mirrors. A really good set of mirrors like this pretty much simulates that extra rotator and actually kind of does like a bounce back and forth sort of sweeping pattern, and I think might even be more effective. So I prefer this bar to the other one, although I've always thought that mixing strobe and halogen was the whole point of the Advantedge, as well as the lower light heads being a big portion of what made them a passable bar. So I think this bar really is the better of the two, in the sense that it kind of has it all. It has your basic rotators, it has a good set of mirrors, it has a center option that works really well, and then it has exterior options. Throw a set of external halogen flashers on there, and I would call it the perfect Advantedge. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.